Let's talk about the Kosas The Sun Show Bronzer. I know I've talked about this on my channel before. I believe I've featured this in some videos, and I've also done like some short form video content on this, but I realized that I haven't done like a whole like dedicated long form video on this, so I figured I would do a demo for you guys, let you guys know my thoughts and just all that stuff. So let's go ahead and get into it. So the Kosas Sun Show Bronzer, this is the packaging. It used to have like green packaging, but they did update it. It was a while back though that they updated it. I had tried this a long time ago, a couple years ago when it first came out, and it was in the other colored packaging, but then I purchased it again. I purchased the shade Beachy because I originally felt like in the past when I tried their lightest shade Waves, which is this shade here, I felt like it didn't pick up that much on my skin, and I kind of wanted something a little bit more bronzy, so I did end up getting the shade Up, which is called Beachy, and that one actually ended up being too deep for my skin tone, so that one actually didn't work for me. So they do have 5 shades. They have the shade Waves, which is the one that I have here, and this is described as a light bronze. I'm going to be demonstrating the shade Waves in this video. I absolutely love this bronzer, and I actually like it even more now than I did in the past. It's definitely been my go-to bronzer. Actually, it's really been the only like powder bronzer that I've been using. I feel like I want to say for a year now. This is really like the only powder bronzer that I've been using, or the one that I've been using the majority of the time. I've been loving using it with this brush from Kosas. I believe this is called their like Kosas contour brush, and it kind of reminds me of like a really large like highlighter brush, which I didn't know at first how that would work for bronzer, but I've come to love it. So let me stop rambling and actually show you guys it being applied. So I'm just going to take some on the brush, kind of tap some excess off, and then I just go in. And what I love about this bronzer is that you don't really have to worry about over applying it really, because I feel like it's just really easy to work with, where it doesn't look super heavy, but yet you can definitely see it's still bronzing up the skin, warming up the skin a bit. I just love that I don't have to be like worried about like over applying it. This I feel like is just like the perfect bronzer when you just want a little bit of something, maybe not as intense of a bronzer as some others. I just find it's really easy to work with. But yes, it still very much looks bronze, but it doesn't look like it has some like crazy stark line, and it's just super easy to blend out, and I absolutely love this brush with it. It's so nice, and immediately my face is just warmed up, looks much more like bronzy, and this kind of has like a bit of a luminosity in it, which is also a reason that I love it. If you love like just totally matte bronzers, then this might not be something that you would love, but I personally love something that's going to give my skin a bit of a luminosity, a bit of a glow, and you can see like it has that bronziness there. I might have actually applied a little too much on my forehead, maybe I went a little ham with it, but I still feel like it looks nice. As you can see, it doesn't just look like a matte bronzer, it gives my skin a bit of that like luminosity and a glow, which I personally just love. I feel like it makes my skin just look more healthy and vibrant and alive. So I actually personally do love bronzers that have a little bit of kind of like a radiance to them. Now, don't get that confused with like chunks of glitter. This does not have chunks of glitter, but as you can see, it gives my skin like this nice like glow without it being like a highlighter obviously, but it just gives a really nice gorgeous glow that I think just makes my skin look really nice and healthy. So this has just been a favorite of mine for so long now. I just love it. I think it's beautiful. It's so easy to work with. And if you have fair skin and maybe you find it difficult to find a bronzer that works well for you, I feel like this is one that you can work with really easily. And also I did really kind of like load up this brush with product, so you also don't have to build it up as much as I did. I kind of applied a decent amount of product because I really wanted that extra bronzy look, and also just to demo you guys how it can look. However, you can do this with a much lighter application if you want. If you want it to be a more subtle bronze, you can definitely achieve that with this. And also I feel like when you first get it too, you kind of have to get through like the first layer of this in order to kind of get more product up, if that makes sense. Because when I had first tried this a few years ago when they originally launched it, I felt like this shade didn't really like show up on me too much, but I think it's just because I really needed to work into the product more, and I think that was why I just wasn't picking up as much. But once you kind of get past that initial layer, you're definitely going to be able to get a good amount of product, and you can tell that my skin looks bronzy, but yeah, it doesn't look like overly bronzy, which is nice. You can definitely do this with a much lighter application to have it look even more natural if you feel like this is even too bronzy. But I personally love it. I think that this is a good amount of bronziness, and I feel like it just kind of awakens my skin. I absolutely love it, and I would definitely recommend this for anybody just looking for a bronzer that's super easy to work with and that works well for fair skin tones. If you have a similar skin tone to me, I definitely would say go for the shade Waves, and I would definitely say go for the lighter shade as opposed to one of the darker shades if you're like a similar skin tone to me and you're not sure, like if you feel like you're in between shades, I would definitely say probably go for the lighter shade, because when I tried to go one shade up, it just ended up not working for me. It ended up just looking way too intense on my skin. Just keep that in mind. That's just kind of what I think. So those are my thoughts on it. I really like this. I love it. I would definitely recommend it. I do have this linked in the description box below. It is an affiliate link. So if you're interested in getting this and you want to help to support my channel, it would mean so much to me if you would use my link in the description box below. No pressure at all, but it is there for you if you would like, and it really helps to support my channel and help me to be able to continue creating free videos for you guys here on YouTube. But anyway, if you guys do have any questions about this bronzer, I know this video was super quick. If you have any questions, let me know in the comment section below. I'd be happy to help answer any questions that you may have. And if you would like to see even more content from me in the future, I would absolutely love it if you would go ahead and subscribe to my channel. And if you enjoyed this video and found it helpful, let me know by giving me a thumbs up. But thank you so much for watching, and I hope to see you for my next video.